Alright, this exercise asks us to find how many positive multiples of 7 are less than 200. Okay, so we're dealing with multiples of 7. So let's just start listing them out. We would start with 7 and 14, 21, and so on. Okay, up to 200, but 200 is not a multiple of 7. So let's see if we can find the biggest multiple of 7 that's less than 200. So, um, there's a number of different ways that you could go about finding that number. This is the way I would do it. I would say, well, I know 210 is a multiple of 7, right? Because that's 30 times 7. But that's too big, obviously. So I know I can subtract a multiple of 7 from this, and I'll get another multiple of 7, right? Because multiplication is just repeated addition, and I can start with any number that I know is a multiple of 7, and I can subtract or add a multiple of 7, and it will still be a multiple of 7. So if I subtract 7, obviously that's not quite far enough. You'll get 203. So let's try subtracting 14. Okay, that's my next multiple of 7. If I subtract 14 from 210, I get 196, right? So that's the biggest multiple of 7 that I can find, because if I add 7 to that, I go over 200. Okay, so there's our list. So we've got it down to a list of numbers to count, and if you did the rest of the exercises, all the way up to exercise 6, and now you're on 7, you've got this down now. So let's look at the difference between numbers. The difference between numbers is 7, which makes sense because we're looking at multiples of 7, right? So the difference between consecutive numbers is 7. So let's just divide by 7, and we'll get, what will we get? We'll get 1, 2, 3, all the way up to 196 divided by 7 is 28. So that's our answer, 28.